We're good. Okay, so I just want to welcome you guys all to our training today for Postcard Networker. My name is Joel Broughton. I'm the CEO of Postcard Networker, and really what we want to accomplish today is to give you a training on how to go full-time in network marketing with postcards, okay? How to go full-time in postcard marketing. And as we've talked about, for those of you that have been on calls, as we've talked about even earlier today, it's not an overnight process. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. It can take some learning. As somebody mentioned earlier, maybe you don't even need to necessarily understand what you're doing as long as you do it. That's true. But I prefer to help educate you and help you understand the system. And really today, my goal and my focus is to help you guys truly understand the postcard marketing system, how it's going to help you go full-time in this industry, how it's going to help you go full-time in a home-based business in network marketing. Okay, and we're also going to talk a little bit about some of my background and some of the experiences, and we're going to tie that all in, and you can probably relate to a lot of the stuff that that I've gone through. You've probably gone through similar experiences, or you're going to, if you're new, go through similar experiences. It's just the way it is. And if you think about any profession, really, we are educated before we even go to college for 12, 14, 16, 18 years of our lives, just to learn how to learn, learn how to speak, learn how to interact, learn the English language, learn math, learn skills. And then we go to college or university, or we take a trade, or we go to an apprenticeship, or we do something like that. And then what do? We spend another 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years learning how to do a trade, or how to do a job, or how to be an employee of somebody, how to be a professional, doctor, lawyer, teacher, mechanic, you name it. I mean, you don't overnight buy something online, right? Buy a course online, a how-to course, get it home, open it up, watch a DVD, and then the next day you get to go in and be a doctor and make $200,000 a year, or whatever they're making nowadays. Doesn't work. You can't go the next day and become a mechanic after watching 3 YouTube videos, right? Go try and fix your car. Good luck, right? You end up spending more than you saved, okay? Because 2 things. 1, you only watch 3 videos, so good luck fixing your car. But 2, do you even know if that guy on YouTube is telling you the truth or knows how to fix that, what he's showing? Like, do you even really know that? So that's why people obviously go to school for years. That's why you practice. That's why you apprentice. That's why you learn. Now, the interesting thing about our industry, network marketing, internet marketing, home-based businesses, there's a big misconception, and we've talked about that again a little bit ago, that everybody thinks that you can join a business and be a millionaire tomorrow. Okay? Good luck, right? You can buy a lottery ticket. You might win, you might not. How many people have become millionaires in this room buying a lottery ticket? Right? But yet, tons of people still buy lottery tickets, right? Same thing in our industry, is that you can try to just buy the lottery ticket, and maybe overnight you become rich and get lucky and hit the jackpot. But that's 1 in, what are the odds? 150 million or billion or whatever. Like, it's the same odds of winning the lottery. Our industry works the same way as everything else in life. You've got to learn. You've got to put in some time. You've got to get some training. You've got to persevere. You've got to be consistent. You've got to work hard. Okay? So what I really want to focus on is so that you guys understand, and so that everybody watching this video as we produce it understands that we need to learn and try and practice and be consistent and grow a business. If you want to be making $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, millions of dollars in this industry, Do you legitimately think it's possible to do it in 30, 60, 90 days? Okay. What about a full-time income of $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month? Okay, replacing your current job. Can you do that anywhere else in 30, 60, 90 days? Probably not. Guess what? You're probably not going to do it here either. Okay? Here comes the ton of bricks, right, down on everybody. Oh, I thought this was my 30-day ticket to wealth, right? Some people do it. Some people pretend they do it. Some people work for 8, 10 years in this industry, finally hit it big, and in 30 days make 10 grand, right? But they might have spent 5 years learning how to do that and gaining the skills, okay? So I'm not saying it's going to take 5 years, don't get me wrong, okay? But let's give it however long it's going to take for you personally, because we all have different skills in this room. We all have different experiences. We all have different income. We all have different capital to invest in our business, advertise, so we all have different stuff that we're bringing. So I can't tell you that you're going to make $5,000 next month because I don't know you. I don't know your skill sets. I don't know your abilities. I don't know your past. Same with you and same with everybody, right? So, but what I can tell you is that we're putting together we've got a marketing system and a business that we've put together where I can show you how to do it. And if you do it, you will get there. You can generate a full-time income from home. My goal in this business is to help people do this full-time, right? So that in 12 months from today, what we'll be doing is we'll all be sitting on a beach together because we took a week off in February or in January or in September or whenever we wanted to, because we're all full-time home-based entrepreneurs. And we all decided to go do an event and go have a meeting or go, just sit on the beach together, right? For a day or a week or a month, because we have the time freedom to do that. So that's really my goal, is to create not just, let's all go get rich online or let's all go get rich through the mail. My goal is to legitimately create a business with you so that there's a consistent, predictable income that's coming in where you feel comfortable that you're going to get paid next month based on what we're doing. You're going to be able to earn income consistently every month so that you feel comfortable that you can quit your job and you can still support your family and yourself and you can still support your kids. Okay? And you can still put food on the table and make rent or make your mortgage payment every single month. And until you get to that point, please don't quit your job. Please don't. I know people, sometimes I get emails and people are like, oh, this is so exciting, Joel, I can't wait. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to do this full time. I'm like, oh, don't, because you're going to run out of money and then you're going to have to go get a worse job. And then the job you quit isn't going to take you back. Because again, this is a business like every other business. It seems exciting and neat and easy because we do it at home, but please treat it like a real business, right? The benefits of not having a shop or a store down the road are the fact that we don't have to worry about whether or not people walk by to come into our store. We don't have to worry about real estate prices or floods or fires or any of that kind of stuff. Okay? But we still have to attract customers. We still have to sell product. We still have to provide service, customer service. We still have to be the CEO of our own company. You have to be responsible. The same way I'm responsible to be your business partner and to help you and to guide you and to mentor you, you have to be responsible as your own CEO of your own company, of your own downline, of your own team, of your own business. Okay? So as we build the business, we need to understand that's kind of the basis of going full time. Treat it like a business. Treat it the way you... So who's going to... Think about this. Who's going to pay you? Who out there can get a job as an employee to sit at home in their underwear, doing nothing, getting a paycheck? Doesn't exist, right? So why would you think a business might exist that way, right? Businesses don't exist where you can sit at home behind your computer, getting paid, doing nothing, right? So that's kind of the pitch often. I mean, and in full disclosure, I think probably 8 or 10 years ago, I may have used a pitch similar to that. Okay, I may have said something like, in my boxer shorts, sit at home, doing nothing, press a button. I might have. Okay, now I was new, and you know, so give me the benefit of the doubt there, right? I was learning too, but that doesn't exist. People won't pay you to sit at home doing nothing in your underwear all day, but you can get paid to run a business at home, selling legitimate products and services to people who want them, right? And identifying and our job really as entrepreneurs, home-based entrepreneurs, is just to identify who wants to buy our products and services, right? Who wants to purchase them, and then let's bring those products and services to them. Same as every other business out there does. Same as everybody on eBay does, right? You've seen eBay businesses. People sell products and services. Well, we're bringing buyers and sellers together. It's still a business. You know, those people don't sit at home in their underwear. A lot of the eBay sellers that I know have huge warehouses of products and are managing an entire company of staff, of people, taking phone calls, shipping out products, doing taxes, doing all the things real businesses do. Now, the benefit from a business like ours with the Postcard Networker system is that I'm going to do some of that administrative stuff for you. Okay? We're going to kind of take care of some of the staffing things. So you don't actually have to have your own staff. You don't have to ship your own products, right? We're taking over kind of the corporate side of it. You're just going to be more in charge of like the sales side of it, the customer acquisition side of it, the advertising side of it. And the great thing is, obviously you all know, we can just send postcards, right? The easiest thing you could possibly do, in my opinion, somebody might come up with something easier. I'm not sure, but maybe they'll have a business where they send you the postcards with the stamps on them already, and you just put, okay, maybe somebody will come up with that. I don't know. But legitimately, if you can put a stamp on a postcard, you can do this, right? That's easy to do, okay? And I think that as long as we simplify everything for you and for everybody, it allows us to stair-step our way through our business and build our business from not knowing anything to being able to have a hugely successful business with other people who want to build a business like us, sales professionals, and customers who are buying products and services from us, okay? So what is it that we do exactly is, you know, we mail postcards. I mean, we've talked about this, you know, we spent a little bit of time earlier today talking about the fact that, boy, is it easy to just mail a postcard, right? The neat thing about our business is that our company, Postcard Networker, is doing a lot of the stuff that normally you would have to do, which is all the follow-up, all the customer service, all the shipping, all the additional upsells and the sales and all that stuff. We've taken that on as a company because I've been in this industry now for probably about 12 years, and what I've learned is that when you're a new entrepreneur, you also have a job, you also have a family, you also... Who didn't turn off their phone? Do you guys like that ringtone? That's my money phone. It just, I don't know, I've had it for years. Here comes the money. Okay, we're off. And I know whenever that phone rings, are we good? I know whenever that phone rings, it's, here comes the money. It's a sale, right? Somebody's calling me to buy something. Of course, I didn't change the ringtone for my wife. She calls me on that, and the kids do, and everybody. But anyway, most of the time, it's a sale when that comes in, right? Here comes, and to be honest, it's subconscious programming, right? When that rings, I'm like, better pick it up. It's money. There's the money, right? And I want you guys to think about that with not only your phones and sales, because you're not necessarily doing sales calls like I am, but you're sending the postcards. So every time you send the postcards, you got to be thinking, here come the prospects, here come the buyers, here come the sales, right? And you're building that. You got to look at those postcards as your little salespeople going out, right? Every time you send out one postcard, 2 postcards, 3 postcards, you have an opportunity to sell to a new customer. You have the opportunity to acquire a new member, right? Somebody who is not only going to purchase from you and be a buyer, but also somebody who potentially is going to build a team and work with you as a business partner, okay? So we mail postcards. I mean, very, very simple, right? And I think that over the years, really, I used to teach a lot of internet marketing where we do pay-per-click advertising, and you'd get keywords, and you'd do Facebook advertising, and you'd post on forums. And I mean, I think you guys are staring at me lost already. I've only said 3 things, right? 3 topics. I didn't even go into them, right? Because you guys are like, talk about the postcards. Let's get the stamping. We like that, right? So, but the online marketing, it's not that it's difficult. It's just that there's so much to learn. For a new person that has a job and a family and a life and activities and bills and things to worry about, that's a lot to take in, right? So we've simplified everything down to a postcard. Put a stamp on a postcard, mail it out. That will generate some leads and sales. So the cool thing is that's going to get you some initial success. That's going to get you some buyers and some customers. That's going to get you some commissions. That's going to get you some matching postcards, right? So it's going to make you feel good about the business, and it's going to make your members feel good about the business, right? When they start to see some results, they start to see some action. Hey, this actually works, right? This can actually work for me too. So the other thing that we do that we've introduced is obviously the online video training or the online marketing. And I'm doing this very gingerly. At the time of recording this video, we're starting to release it. Now, depending on when people at home are watching this, it might be well into the video marketing. But we are taking our time, and we're being very precise in making sure that we're making it easy. For those of you that are already participating in the video marketing and the online marketing, you know that we're providing all the content of the videos. So you don't have to produce a video. You don't have to know how to speak in front of a camera. You don't have to come up with the ideas or the content or the sales message. I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to continually always do that for you, because I feel that over 12 years I've gained the experience and the confidence and the ability to do that. So it doesn't really make sense for me to get, now you might be able to do it, but remember, it's not about you or you or you. It's about your team, right? And those new people. So although you might feel comfortable, you might not. And although your team might feel comfortable, his team may not, okay? So as an organization, as a leader, I have to think, well, if I just provide it for everybody, now you have the option to choose to use what I produce for you, or you can produce your own, right? Or eventually you might gain the confidence to want to produce your own. But you've always got the safety net, the same as the postcards. Just mail a postcard. With the video marketing, take the video I give you, post it online, that's it. Right? So we've really made it simple. We've made it like the postcard system. Take the video, post it online, done. Now, there's some little things where you title it and you tag it and you add some extra little things in there. You can add your intro. But really, the activity isn't creative. It's not taking a lot of time, right? It's very simple. And over time, it's going to produce results. Over time, it's going to start getting views. Over time, people are going to start searching. We all know, or for those of you guys that do know, YouTube is one of the biggest search engines now. People use it to search. It's not just a video sharing site anymore. It's a major search engine. It's probably number 2 right behind Google. I would venture to say more people go to YouTube than go to Bing looking for stuff. And primarily, they're looking for how to do something. Or they're just looking for entertainment, right? I'm either going to waste time or I want to learn how to do something. So if you're at work, waste time. You're at home, I want to learn how to do something, right? I mean, that's what the employers are all complaining about, right? YouTube is the worst thing to happen to corporate America, because everyone's sitting there watching YouTube videos all day, right, instead of doing their work. Okay, but in all seriousness, people are going there to search for how-to information. So we're going to produce how-to information about making money from home, making money with postcard marketing, how to get ahead in life, how to become financially free, right? How to do all this stuff. Because there are literally thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people throughout the US and the world searching for what we have, searching for what we have to offer every single day. I don't remember the statistic, but there's something like 1 billion YouTube views a day, or I don't know if anybody knows what it is, but it's ridiculous. Billions and billions and billions. I think if you watched YouTube from front to back, you could never catch up because there's more YouTube videos being uploaded than there is time in not only our lifetime, but like 17 generations of your kids. Okay? There's so much content on there. So we're just going to take a simple activity of taking the videos that we produce for you, posting them online, which attract, and we'll show you how to obviously attract the visitors, right? And we've got the training for that, and we're going to take baby steps to make sure that maybe you get it, but make sure your team gets it too. Make sure those new people get it. Because I know what it's like to be a new person. I've never forgotten the day that I was kicked out of my uncle's house. For those of you that know the story, I joined a company, very well-known company. I'll skip their name for now. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, right? If you've listened to some of my other talks and videos. But anyway, I joined the company when it was in 1999, I remember specifically. My kids were about to be born 2 months before they were born. So I guess, basically 2 months to go, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do something, right? Because I'm working full-time, and actually, let me think. At the time, I wasn't even working full-time. I was in university, finishing up university. Kids were on the way. Kind of a sticky situation, it wasn't a happy time. And I got into a company, and boy, that was going to change my life. I was going to be a millionaire. You guys probably were all also going to be a millionaire when you first saw network marketing, right? Was everybody here also going to be a millionaire on the very first time you saw network marketing? I was going to be a millionaire, but I was going to do it before finishing university. I was like, I don't even need my last year. I'm going to be so rich with this, because I saw this presentation where I was the top house, the little house, and then there was some houses below. There was 2 or 3 or 4 houses below, and then I was going to get these houses, these people, and then they were going to get some, and we were all going to get, and so they drew out this nice little, and 2 got 2, and 4 got 4, and it was going to be this huge organization of people all just switching stores to these great products. And I thought, well, my family buys all these products. Now, I wasn't buying on my own, but my mom certainly would buy this stuff, because it's my business. Of course she's going to buy from me, right? Of course my mom, wouldn't my mom not buy these? Come on, if I was going to sell these products, would my mom not buy them? You know where this is going. You're laughing. No, she wouldn't buy them, right? She didn't even want to see the presentation. Now, at least my uncle decided that he would watch the presentation. He said, sure, yeah, come on over, no problem. Because I had this, I can't remember, I wish I remembered the pitch. I remember the time and what happened. I wish I remembered the pitch I got to get my uncle to let me in his house and agree to the presentation. Because I must have had a really slick pitch, because he said, yeah, sure, come on over, no problem. And I probably said something like, I'm bringing a friend, or I don't even know if I told him what it was about, to be honest. I can't remember if I said it was a business or if I just said, hey, can I come over? Or anyway, so we got over, and of course my mom didn't want to see it because I kind of told her too much. I think it was like hey, let me tell you about, forget it. But I got into my uncle's house, and we went over, and he wanted to sit in the living room. And my sponsor that came with me, sometimes when I say sponsor, I feel like we're all alcoholics. My sponsor and I are here. We're here to tell you about MLM. But anyway, but my sponsor refused. He's like, no, we have to sit at the kitchen table. We can't, because that was the deal. You had to get to this magical kitchen table. You couldn't go to the living room because I don't know if it's not too comfortable, or there's not a table, or it's not the right height, or the visual, there's something about it in their system of training said that you couldn't go in the living room, you couldn't go in a backyard, you had to have a kitchen table. Now, all I can remember is they had short little fast disagreement between the two of them, because like my sponsor was like, no, kitchen table. He's like, why don't we go in the dining room? Well, it really has to be the kitchen table. But so they agreed to go in the dining room table, which to me it was like, great, we're at least at a table. We're, it's the same, So, but it wasn't a big disagreement. It was just kind of like this quick little, which table are we going to sit at? And I'm brand new and I've never signed up anybody. I've never even done anything. I just know I'm going to be a millionaire. So, so we sit down, and my uncle sits down. I sit down, my sponsor sits down beside me, and they're kind of chatting at this point, and I'm just like, oh, just vibrating, exciting. This is my first customer. This is my first person that's going to buy, and he knows people. He's like old, and he's got like tons of like friends. He's got old people from his work, like come on, I was only 22 at the time, 21 at the time, so I didn't know anybody. I mean, I knew some high school kids or some university kids with no money, right? But my uncle knew people, like he knew a lot of people. So anyway, we all sit down, and they're kind of chattering, and I'm just, yes, we got him. Like I'm already celebrating success. I'm like excited, and my sponsor goes to pick up his briefcase. Like he brought his little briefcase folder thing or whatever. So he goes to pick it up. And he literally is part way up, not on the table yet. Okay, he's picking it up off the floor. He's going to set it on the table. My uncle says, "This isn't Amway, is it?" Because this is Amway. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And my sponsor didn't get it on the table. He goes, "Oh, so what do you know about Amway?" Right? And he set it down, right? And I'm not saying anything bad about Amway, great company, obviously, billions of dollars in sales. Yeah. Billions, right? So that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is he got it to here, didn't even open it, so I'm sitting there going, freaking out. I'm like, he didn't see the houses. We gotta like open that thing up. But he set it down, and I'm like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. Like, just tell him. And I'm like, how does he know it's Amway? How did he get, like, out of all the companies in the world, how did he know what we were about to show him, So then they're kind of like, well, what do you know about Amway? What do you know about this company? Tell me, he kind of does this like, objection handling training he got. How like, oh, he knows what to, okay, if they say this, if they don't let you show, if they say, what do you do? So the sponsor's kind of going back and forth. My uncle's like, you guys got to get out of here. You got to leave. He goes, I will not look at it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want you in here. You got to get out. And I'm like, whoa, this is like my family. This is like somebody that I've known for my whole life. We're friendly. I mean, I got in the house, So literally, so we politely laughed. I mean, and my sponsor's like, okay, no problem. And, don't worry, it's fine. And he kind of, went out. And I'm just like, what is going, like I was floored. I couldn't believe it, And that really was the start of me saying, okay, this isn't for everybody. But also, I'm not doing that again, right? I will not. I don't want to put myself in that situation again. So I didn't show anybody else the business. Probably about 6 months later, I talked to a friend at university of mine. I took him to a hotel meeting because I was listening to these tapes still. They gave me tapes to listen to, right? To build my mindset and to help with my indoctrination. So I'd listen to them every day. I was still listening to the tapes in my car. And I was listening to these people, and I couldn't believe it because on the tapes, the people, now I don't want to sound condescending. I don't want to sound arrogant. Please don't take it as this. But I was better than them, than these people on these tapes. And they were saying like, I should not use a voice because probably somebody's going to take offense to that, but I'm making $30,000 a month. I'm making this. I'm driving a fancy Ferrari. I'm doing, and I was like, I'm smarter than these guys. I'm going to college. I'm going to university. I'm taking business in university. I'm in my second, third year of business school. I am definitely smarter than these people. I went to a couple events and watched them on stage getting these big checks. And I was like, what? That guy? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, and I couldn't even sign up my uncle. Like, we couldn't even present it to him, and that guy's getting a huge check? I couldn't believe it. So anyway, so I brought my friend to a hotel event it was actually at a community center, not a hotel. It was kind of like, smaller than a hotel event. It was probably like, but they packed it. They had like 50, 60 people, 70 people in this little gymnasium community center. So I brought him. He watched the whole thing. He was like, we're going to be so rich. And he's telling me, he goes, we're quitting school. Like, he was excited. And I'm like, yes, he gets it, right? He understands. He totally gets this industry because he sat through the presentation and he had never seen it before either. Now, the interesting thing that happened for me over the next 2 or 3 or 4 weeks was he was calling me to sign up because I didn't sign him up at the time. We're like, okay, yeah, we'll get you, because we had paperwork to do. We had to fill out some paperwork and sign him up. So he called me over the next 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I just kind of put off signing him up. I felt kind of bad because I'm like, the more I thought about it, he was ready to go. He's like, let's do this, let's go, and I'm thinking, I'm going to take this to his uncle. And his uncle is going to go, get out of my house. I don't want to do that to him. So I didn't sign him up. I was almost so petrified of hurting him, because I could be hurt, that's okay. But now I was going to hurt my friend by signing him up in this business and then have him go through the same thing with his family, because that's all we knew how to do. That's all we knew how to do, right? Go to a hotel, bring friends and family. That's what they taught. So as that experience kind of grew, I decided, okay, well, I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to do that to my friends and family. I need to figure out a better way, right? There's got to be something. Look at those people on stage. Come on, they're making thousands of dollars. There's got to be other people that can build a business and help me do it, right? So, we kind of started getting into, well, I say we, it's actually just me. I guess me and my babies, right? 2-year-old little kids. Anyway, I started getting into learning about direct mail, other home-based businesses, network marketing, online, just learning about other things that people were doing. And what I realized is that if we built a business together that allowed us to market and advertise like a real business to attract people that actually wanted what we were selling, versus going to sell to our friends and family who didn't identify themselves as a buyer to us, right? Some of our friends and family will buy these products and services. Some of them will want to join the business. But if they don't tell you they want to do it, that's where the problems in this industry are created, is that we keep trying to sell to that person over and over and over and over again, saying, no, you do want it. No, I don't. No, you do. No, I don't. And if it's your friend, you see them all the time, right? Hey, do you want that business? Hey, I got, then you're coming off as a used car salesman, everybody avoids you. So that's what kind of is created in the industry with friends and family. They will buy our products and services that we have to offer if it interests them. If you have something that's interesting to them, offer to them. If they buy it, great. If they don't, move on. So that's why we kind of create the cold market approach, where we're actually advertising to attract people to what it is that we're selling, versus trying to sell to everybody we meet. Makes sense, right? Bring in the customers. So anybody who wants to watch a ball game will probably come buy a ticket, right? But you're not going to take, and the scalpers that sell the tickets will do it where? Outside of the stadium. They're not going to go downtown Philly and start selling baseball tickets, because those people don't want to come to the game. The people coming to the game are either coming to the game and buying a ticket, or they're outside looking for a ticket. So we want to do the same things with our businesses. We want to attract people that want to buy a ticket, that want to come in and buy our products and services. And through that, we developed and we learned, right? So I'm not going to take credit for like the big idea or the development of this industry or what we're doing. I will take credit for putting the system together and putting all the ideas together in our own unique way, right? And to put this together and build it for you guys and for our team and for everybody. But we call it funded proposals or funded sponsoring, okay? And I've been doing this for about 8 or 10 years. And essentially what it is when we do our lead generation, when we go out and prospect, when we offer products and services to people, we offer them a product or service for sale versus just talking to them, right? A lot of network marketing businesses will talk to people and just pitch them on their products or services in general. What we do is we send a postcard or a website or something to somebody, and we offer them a product or service to buy, to determine whether or not they're a good prospect. So I'm actually going to pre-qualify all my prospects by selling them something for at least $1, or $5, or $10, or $70, right? Because to be honest, if we're running a successful business, we don't have time to sell to everyone personally. We have time to send a postcard to everybody, but we don't personally have time to talk to all of our prospects. If you want to have a small business, talk to all your prospects. Small business. Talk to them all. Go ahead. They'll waste so much of your time. But if you want to have a large business, only talk to people who are buyers. Only talk to people who are willing to pull out a credit card or send in a check or money order and make a commitment to your business. Make a commitment to their business. Make a commitment to their education, right? The difference between leads and buyers will always buy, right? Leads are just people looking. They're not ready to buy yet, right? Leads can turn into buyers, but I don't necessarily want to talk to them until they're a buyer, until they're ready to purchase, if that makes sense, okay? So you're going to have a whole set of leads that we advertise to, postcards, autoresponders, emails, all the stuff that can be done automatically and en masse. The buyers, we don't mind picking up the phone and talking to them because they're a qualified person, right? They're somebody who wants to be in the business, who's willing to spend money, who's willing to buy more. And the reason why we call it a funded proposal or funded sponsoring is because they're spending money with you or giving you money, which then you can take to fund your future advertising, okay? So your marketing activity and your advertising activity funds finding the next one, right? You take that money, you spend it to get the next one. They buy from you. You take that money, you spend it to get the next one. They buy from you. So you've got a perpetual kind of advertising system that's working. And that's what we developed with the Postcard Networker system. Now, instead of giving you money through the postcards, we're primarily giving you matching postcards. Same thing, right? We get a buyer, you get matching postcards, you send the matching postcards to find the next one. The matching postcards are free, it doesn't cost you anything, right? So that's funding finding the next one. It's giving you the money to find the next one, giving you the postcards to find the next one, right? So the process of the Postcard Networker system is truly a funded sponsoring system. But not only that, it almost forces you, right, to spend that money to find the next one. Because I'm not giving you the money, I'm just giving you the advertising. Because that's the way the model is designed in the first place. Normally you get the money and you have to decide, should I buy a cheeseburger or should I buy stamps, right? I really want a cheeseburger right now. I actually, in all honesty, I haven't eaten since breakfast, so I actually want a cheeseburger right now, right? But I mean, if I've got the postcards and I don't have the money, well, I may as well spend the money on stamps to get those out and get another person, build my team, build my team, build my team, right? So not only is it a funded sponsoring model, but it's almost like forced funded sponsoring because we're forcing you to only do advertising with that capital, with that reinvestment. The other thing that we do in our business is we create constant cash flow, okay, through the different income streams that we have. So with the postcards, you're creating the matching postcards. With the online marketing, you're creating cash flow for your business through your membership, through the memberships that are being sold. Through the information products, you're going to be constantly creating more cash flow. Now, through those three businesses, you're going to be able to build a huge income, right? Not only a recurring income, but income that's coming in from the online marketing in a recurring fashion, postcards in a recurring fashion, and the information products will be more kind of sporadic, but it'll be every time we release a new one, you'll get an influx, plus some of the new people will buy them. So you're constantly getting income from that. That whole part is specifically designed to completely fund your advertising for you. Pay for your postcards, pay for your stamps, okay? It's not going to do it right away, but eventually you'll start getting so many free postcards, that's the first step, that you won't be buying postcards anymore. A couple of people today that I talked to, I just got a box of 1,1700 postcards for free in the mail from our system. 1,700 postcards, that's a lot of postcards. If you were to buy those, that's a big dollar amount, right? And that can, depending on how many you're sending in a week or a month, that can last you a while. So then you're just buying the stamps. Well, with the online marketing money or the information product money now, you can take that and buy your stamps. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. Like I said, we're building a business. So the bigger your team, the more postcards you get, the more money you get through the different income streams, right? And the end goal is obviously to build the fourth income stream as well, which is a network marketing company. So you can choose your own network marketing company, right, to place that in. But what you want to do is you want to focus on obviously finding something that's going to build you a long-term income, a long-term residual recurring income, where people are buying real products and services. Now, don't get me wrong, you can join a fly-by-night deal company, whatever. Hey, that's on you, okay? If you think it's going to get you rich overnight, go ahead. But my recommendation is always to find a company that's selling real products and services to real customers, people that are really actually using the products and enjoying them. Because what that's going to do is the whole front end of your business model is funding all your advertising, so eventually it costs you nothing to acquire new customers, and your fourth income stream of the real products going out to your customers is generating all your profits, your retirement income, your replacement income for your job, whatever it is that you're looking for. And that's where you build true wealth. And the day you want to stop advertising, well, first of all, you shouldn't ever stop advertising. But if you decide to stop sending postcards, now you're collecting all that income from the second income stream, third income stream, just putting it in your pocket, right? Because you're building up those income streams in that team, and that's never, ever going to end. So the other thing is, obviously, I want to talk about, somebody have a time? Okay. I just want to make sure that we're good here. So the other thing that I want to talk about is obviously how to really win and how to go full time, okay? I want to transition this so that you understand, obviously you kind of know now what the system does, right? What it's designed to do, but more importantly, I want you to fully comprehend how you get from where you are today to quitting your job, to making a full-time income that pays your mortgage, that pays your rent, that pays all your bills, and that sets you up financially to be able to choose what you do every day with your time. Now, I'm going to recommend that the day you go full-time, you don't just stop working and sitting around in your underwear, right? That you still kind of keep working and keep building your business, but it allows you that time freedom and those choices that you can make to choose to do what you want. Here's the big idea, okay? And this is really the difference. Here's the difference between part-time network marketers and full-time network marketers, okay? Part-time network marketers focus on sales. Sales. Recruiting, okay? Getting a new member. Signing up people. That's what part-time network marketers do. Full-time network marketers focus on leverage, building a team, supporting that team, growing that team. Sales, who can I sign up today? Leverage. How many people can my team sign up today? How can I support them and help them do that? Okay? Do you want to be a salesman? Or do you want to be a business owner and get leverage? Okay? And that truly is the difference between the position I'm in today and where you want to get to, right? You want to come to, so I learned, it took me probably a good 3 years of really like spending a lot of time educating, learning, practicing. Like I almost did network marketing full-time when I was still full-time working and full-time being a dad, right? I was like hours and hours and hours. So I compressed a lot of that learning into a short period of time, but it still took me like 2 years to go full time, to be comfortable and confident enough in my skills and abilities and my income that I could do this for a living, okay? It's not a get rich and then go sit on the beach. It's a, build this and do it full time and be able to expand your income to whatever heights you want it to be, right? Unlimited income, but you still have to work for it, okay? So specifically in direct sales, as we create those sales in our business, we obviously need to get the ball started. We need to get the ball rolling by creating sales, right? But the sales that you create personally, okay, the advertising money you spend to create direct sales personally is really only going to pay for your advertising to find more people. Big idea, okay? What you personally do is only going to be able to create sales, to create money, to pay for the next ad. That's it. That's all it's designed to do. That's what our system is designed to do. Your personal sales get you more advertising. Get you more advertising, get you more advertising. Your team sales, the leverage, is what gets you out of your job. Do you have one person on your team? Do you have 10 people on your team? Do you have 20 people on your team personally? Do you have 100 people on your team personally? It's not what you do today that's going to get you out of your job. It's actually what those 100 people do that'll get you out of your job. So what's the trick? You can't get them to wake up in the morning and send more postcards. You have no control over their mindset. You can't tell them what to do. It's their business. They're not an employee. I know I told you that you were the CEO, but you can't tell them what to do, right? So how do you go full time then if you can't direct them what to do and you personally don't have control over it? You personally can't go full time yourself in network marketing. I guarantee you guys, you can't. You got to sell a high ticket, like $10,000 deal, and you got to be like a really sharp salesman and lead generator to be able to do that. And then you're just tied to your phone forever, right? Then you're just a salesman. You're not even a network marketer. You don't have time freedom. You don't have everything you want, okay? So how is it then, if you have no control over those people, that you can actually do this?
Volume.
Exactly. It's just numbers. You just have to keep at it until you find the right people. It's just identifying and helping enough people until you hit the right ones. See, the interesting thing is, I'm in this business too, just like all of you guys are. I had to send postcards to start this whole thing, right? I had to put stamps on the postcards. I had to get them out, right? Somebody answered my postcard too. Somebody joined with me. So all of you are in the same position I was in at one point, right? But the cool thing is, those of you that are here and those of you watching the video are the people we're looking for. Think about how many people, though, didn't show up today. Think about how many people aren't watching the recorded video of this training, right? Those are the people you can't affect. You can't change them. You can hope that they get on board, but it's only the people taking action that are going to create that leverage. And the only way I'm telling you, you can't convince them. Spending hours and hours on the phone talking to them, you can help them, you can guide them, but you're not going to change their mind. You're not going to convince them. They have to want it for themselves. So the best way for you to control your future and the best way for you to go full-time and get a full-time income is to send more postcards, to just get more people, to just eventually you find the right people. And that's all I've done. I just keep sending more and more and more. And eventually, through the systems, I'm generating more free well, I mean, I'm the CEO, so I guess free postcards, I mean, I'm paying for them anyway, but you can generate more free postcards for yourself. You can generate the income for yourself. And that funds, right, all that money that's going back into advertising buys you the time you need to eventually find the right people. Got it? Right? Because that money that's generated along the way until you find, and it might be a month, it might be 2 months, it might be 6 months, it might be a year before you find enough right people in your particular business, in your downline, in your team. I can't tell you how long it's going to take. Some people might get lucky and get some really good people right away. I mean, we've had people who buy 1,000 postcards on the first day they join. Guess you found a good one. Guess you found someone who's totally committed, who gets it. We have some people that buy 100. We have some people who don't buy any, right? I don't know who you're going to get. I don't know who's going to join your business. But what I do know is over time, time conquers all in direct mail. Time and volume will fix every problem in direct mail. If you can just stick it out long enough, you can have success. If you can just keep going long enough, you will find the right people. Here's the interesting thing in network marketing. There are people in that company that I mentioned earlier that have been in it 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Some of them, it took them 2 years to make it big. Some of them took it 50 years to make it big. But if they stuck with it, eventually they're probably going to get there. That's why that company is doing billions of dollars. That's why several companies in our industry are doing billions of dollars. Because enough people stuck with it long enough to hit the right people, to build the right team. It's not about finding Joel's uncle and convincing him, right? It's not about finding your best friend that you think will be great at this. It's about finding the people that are ready for it, that want it, that are willing to do it, that'll go for it. That's what it's about. And through the postcard system, through the online marketing, and through the marketing platform that we've created, that's how you will go full time. You just keep at it. You keep consistently pushing out the advertising. People will join. You get free postcards. You get money coming in. And you just push it back out again. You start that process. And eventually, over time, more and more people will join the business. And then some will quit. And then more will join. And then they will be the good ones, right? They will be the ones that stick with it. They will be just like you. Because I know you're going to make it. You just need 3 more of you. And you need 3 more of you. And you need 3 more of you. And you need 5 more of you. Right? Okay? That's it. That's really, truly the game. And I'm telling you right now, the people that don't make it, it's just because they quit and they start again. And they quit and they start again. And they quit and they start again. And they're never going to make it. I'm not saying you have to build a postcard network or business. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to build something consistently for a long period of time. Now I'm saying we've made it a lot easier. Put a stamp on a postcard, right? Post a video, make it easy, right? And through lots of advertising and consistency, I believe you can get there quicker with Postcard Networker. But listen, if you're building a business, any business, don't quit. Stay with it, keep building, because eventually, as long as you're advertising and marketing, as long as you're promoting, you will eventually get enough people. You will eventually find the right people. You'll hit them too, okay? And that's why when I looked up at that stage, when I sat there at the hotel room and I went, really, those guys? I'm smarter than them. It's because they stuck with it. They weren't the best people, but they found people because they kept exposing their business and they kept advertising and marketing and sharing. And that's all we have to do too. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming. And let's eat.